What's up, everyone? Hey, what's going on? How are you doing? I am at a much more comfortable seat right now. I am so happy to have everyone on here. What it do, what it is, what it always will be, and who helps it maintain that status is no other than my very good friend, my very, very tough exterior, but a warm and gooey guy underneath. Just a great guy. Let's go ahead and give it straight up over here to Joevolution. I think that's what he's going. Java Joe or Joevolution. Did I get it right? Joevolution? Or is there a separate is that a pronunciation? No, Joevolution? All right. I like it. All right. I was like, I didn't know if you wanted me to do Joevolution.
Joe would be just fine.
Jolution. That kind of sounds actually like something nasty. Like, ugh. Like, let me go put on my Jolution real quick. Well, hey everyone, it's good to be here. We might have some guests hopping on and off. You never know. It's always like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, you know. If you actually are old enough to remember that, it's like, hey, I wonder who that could be, neighbor. But let's be honest here. We love everyone that comes, but right now, I'm very happy to have this guy because right now Joe has been on fire this week. Joe, I got to tell you, every show you've been on this week, it's been just been inferno fire, like it's been white hot. So you've been putting people in their places and making great takes, and let's keep it going on that. So let's go ahead and let's knock something out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and get a little bit of Major League Stickball in because this actually is more your area than mine. It's not kind of, it is. I saw this today. The KC Royals have snuck. They are fighting for the Iron Throne at this point. They're putting their claim in for the Iron Throne. They are in second place, close to, claiming their spot over, I think it's the Guardians in their division. And that came out of nowhere. But recently, I think in the past month, they have the highest batting average. There's a lot more stats, which you were more privy to. And someone else who's privy to it is a guy who's crass. He might be last, but he is a pain in the ass. But what's up, JR? What's up?
Pain in the ass. Come on. Come on.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna leave the ointment.
No, I don't know. Was that incorrect, George or Joe? Is that incorrect? Pain in the ass? Pain in my back?
No, I'd put on that.
Oh, okay, good. So it checks out, right? Okay, good.
At least
all right.
At least I'm not braid the gay. Like I'm not the herpes.
Does Gabe call you that? Actually, I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
No, I'll call Brady herpes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, Brady, I don't think too. Brady got pretty bum hurt that one time. I don't think he tunes in these days. At least to this show. Maybe he does. He's just he's a closet watcher. I know what she is. We support all of those people here. So, hey, Jordan, did you hear my pitch to where we were about to start? Spelled my pitch to pain. Well,
no,
Joe,
I'm late for the party, sadly.
I know, that's why I said that's okay. Joe, same finishing my thought. There's a new team vying for their claim to the Iron Throne, and that is the KC Royals. It came out of nowhere last month. Like I said, you know more of the stats, but I did hear they are leading the league in that month in batting percentage or batting average. So I think there's a lot, and I know there's a lot more stats to it, but can you shed some light to what is going right and what to expect in this nice run going into the odds of October? Well, September, October.
The AL Central is a complete imposter show.
Well, okay.
Cleveland, even though they have like decent hitting, they've been struggling recently. Like I think losing 2 or 3 against the Yankees. They lost like a couple of series. Like it's much better than last season, but like Kansas City's pitching is coming up strong. Like they have strong starting pitching. Seth Lugan is stepping up. I think like one of their young pitchers is stepping up. Like Michael Walker is stepping up. A good chunk of that starting pitching, along with Bobby Witt emerging as an MVP caliber player, is stepping up. Like Sal Perez has turned the clock back like 9 years. So like like that, and Vinny Pasquantino, he's stepping up big. A lot of that hitting stepping up, and and they're catching Cleveland at the right time.
So I appreciate that, Jordan. Joe, I actually was asking you, but that's okay.
Sorry, Joe. I'm so sorry, Joe.
That's okay. You were eager. You were eager Beaver. That's okay. Leave it to eager Beaver. But that's still a good answer. Joe's same question to you. What's yeah.
I mean, everything there was pretty much spot on as far as KC and the Twins were 2 teams that I was looking at back when we tried to care back 2 months ago. As far as baseball is concerned, I honestly didn't think the Guardians would get off scot-free as far as this division's concerned. Their hitting is pretty incredible. I mean, they have one of the best hitters in the game in DeWitt, batting .347. He's going to get on base. When he gets on base, he's going to keep the pitchers honest by being disruptive on the base path. So definite good stuff there. As far as Perez is concerned, people forget how young he was when he got into the league. He's only 34 right now. So I hear turning the clock, but he's literally 34 for a baseball player is like in their prime. So it's like it usually heads south somewhere around 37, 38. The bat speed starts getting slower. Less pop in the bat. They're not hitting as many home runs, but 34 is, I mean, he's still got at least a solid 2 or 3 years before the cliff falls off. So definitely good leadership there. He was part of the World Series team. So the leadership's there. Love the pitching, love the hitting. And they're only a game back with a game in play currently, so they could be tied by the end of the night, or at least a half a game behind.
I think we can all agree though that he's no what's his name? Macron or that big old we were talking about last night. The guy from the Mets, like he's no him, going into his 40s, going into his 30s and 40s. The big call for the Mets. Remember we were talking about
Bartolo Colon, maybe.
Yeah, Colon. It's like he's no Colon.
But like Sal Perez, he's still a beast, man. Like,
yeah, but he's not Colon. I mean, come on, that guy is always my hero. That guy's gonna be my hero. I feel like I bought a cannoli or 2 from him in my day. No, I'm so but no. On the real though, it is impressive between 2 teams that are like up and coming the fastest. It seems like are the Padres and the Royals. I mean, do you like does their strength of their bullpen and their consistency of hitting, is that something that you could see taking them further than they've been since their World Series into the postseason? Joe, I'll start with you this time officially. Joe Jordan, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, hard to say. None of those players are there except for Salvador Perez. So I can't exactly speak to, I mean, there are players on this team that have, some of that postseason experience, whether not on this club, but as far as on other teams. Hunter Renfro's on a team.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I mean, for me, just get in. After you get in, anything can happen. Anything can happen at that point. So it's just going to be important to them just to get in and then see how it shakes out. But what I will say is, as far as their pitching is concerned, where they're at with their pitching staff right now, if they can keep clicking, that's one of the most important things you want heading into a postseason is a pitching staff that's on point.
Yeah, get in and see what shakes out. It's like one of the worst things that a health teacher can say in a classroom. All right, that was probably not the best. I'm sorry. I could do better. I apologize. All right, Jordan, same thing. What's good? So you think that you're the one who's always preached this. All both of y'all have that bullpen depth is what wins and obviously the streak, the momentum they're on is the two things that are the most key. Right now, they have the most reliable hitting, as you've seen. So I saw you make your face like you were, kind of constipated. Like, is that your face saying you're not quite sure about that?
I agree. It's just that like they have a slightly easier schedule, and if they sweep Cleveland, then they have the division. They're in the second seeding from the American League. I think that'll definitely help them get some rest.
Yeah. Well, rest is the key of what you need, especially for the pitchers. That's really what it comes down to. You need that bullpen getting their arms right, because the rotations come September, October, clutch. So, all right. I mean, I think that's pretty much where we are. Nothing much changed other than that in baseball that I've heard since yesterday, other than Aaron Judge's ridiculous. We talked about his awesome stolen home run. Pretty awesome. Got his 1,000th hit. I actually don't think that's as important as the steal itself or the steal of the home run. But there you go. So I want to go ahead. First off, let's go ahead and give, since I didn't do this in the beginning, I saw Jordan pop on. I wanted to wait. Anything you just want to go ahead and say anything of sports, or whatever you want to say within reason, and your calling card to open up with, so we can do a beginning, if we can bookend it, beginning and end right now. This time, Jordan, I will you go ahead and chomp at the bit, opening statement, or anything you want to say within reason.
All right. I'm going to do my calling card first because that's what I always try to do. You can catch my riding a Tollway Pet Sport, Tollway Pet Fantasy, all that good stuff. You can catch me on ScOutCast, me up with Mr. E-Rock. You can also catch me at Curious Sports Pulse with Senor Gabriel. You can catch my social media, JCML6898, on Twitter and Instagram, JCML79, and TikTok. And these NFL cuts, like some of them, like most of them, not surprising. The fact that Desmond Ridder lost a QB battle with Clayton Tune, your career back. You're gonna be a career backup slash part-time Uber driver.
Ouch.
He was in a DoorDash commercial, so it's not that far. But I think even DoorDash is like, nah, we good.
So what's Tommy DeVito then?
Oh no, he's gonna work in his local pizzeria.
While
probably work with the family.
while his agent's taking bets. Okay, Joe, same thing to you.
Yeah, you can find my musings, entertainment, and sports-wise at Java Joe Sports on the X. Link to my writing portfolios on there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been watching is just the cuts, see who's going to be available, who won positions, things of that nature. It's a sucky time of year, right? No short than 40, at least about 40 players on each team are getting cut today. Maybe 10 to 13 of those get picked up on the practice squad. Maybe 5 or 6 of them, and then they're pulling from other squads that have dropped people. It's a numbers game, and sometimes the first, second, third teams that you're on, it doesn't click, but maybe you get to a fourth situation and it works out. Darius Butler said something very interesting to me on the Pat McAfee show today on how he was drafted by the Patriots, didn't work out, ended up with the Panthers, also didn't work out, but then his third stop with the Colts, that's when it finally sunk in for him, and then he made a career out of 2 failed experiences. So it may not be the first, second, or third places that you end up, but you may get there eventually. So just keep grinding.
Wait, which one? Which one of those was on the Panthers?
Darius Butler.
Okay, I'll have to look at that next time. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I did not know that. Because I'm sure he obviously, like you said, is a special teamer, but I did not catch that. All right, well, word up. Hey,
He's a DB.
Here's a DB. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, well, this is essentially the time of year, like you said, it sucks, but it's the example of the time of year. It's like when a company goes through layoffs, yearly layoffs, spring cleaning, except it's like, yeah, and it sucks. But there could be worse things than being on the practice squad. I'd rather be a third stringer than be on the practice squad. But I get to sit in a jersey and all that. But at the same time, at least you can say people sign people off the practice squad. It's opportunities, like you said. People get chances off of it. It happens. Hey, I'm sure Brock Purdy. I'm sure he was at one point on the practice squad with the Niners, and then hey, what happens? Man? But he's a quarterback, but still, it's all the same. All right, let's see here. Here's what I want to investigate with y'all next, because yesterday we went into something very intriguing, and I want to do a similar thing. Remember I talked about the quarterback which is under the most pressure to perform this year, or the quarterback under the most pressure to beat Pat Mahomes. I want to go ahead and start, and Joe, you did such a good, thorough job. It was almost too fucking thorough, Joe. So thanks for that. Thanks for being too thorough, bro. Not thoroughbred, but thorough, bro. About the Niners' windows closing. I agree with it 100%. But since we said that, let's go ahead and I want y'all to give me your top 3. And it could be the Niners, doesn't have to be, but there are a couple other teams I had in mind of this is their window here. And I think a couple of them are obvious, and I don't want to extend it too long because I have I want to postulate another scenario. But give me y'all's 3 teams that this is the window year, and then explain why it's the window year. Joe, I will let you take this sucker first if you are up to it.
Follow-up question: by window year, do you mean if they don't win it, they're done?
They don't win it, they're. What do you not follow up to the follow-up? Do you mean done? What are we talking about? Rebuild? Or are we talking about like, oh no, they're not taken nearly as seriously? I don't know. So I guess here's what I would define this as. They will never have a better chance than they have this year. That's what I get. Okay, that's the best way. How about that?
Don't love the premise, but
all right. Well, modify it any way. Modify it any way you want.
Based on that premise, I would say. Huh.
And I'm happy for you to modify. By the way, you can modify it if you want. You did that same thing yesterday, and it worked out. So
I honestly,
I'll go with mine first.
How many cracks are Buffalo going to end up taking? Like how many times do they think they can keep knocking on the door before they realize that something in there has to change? So if we're talking about windows, and we're talking about constant playoff not being successful type situation, Buffalo's that team, and I don't know what happens if I don't know if their recent overhaul of their situation buys buys Bean and McDermott some time. I don't know if the fact that they jettisoned a lot of their core leadership and trying to inject more youth into the team allows them more time. But if we're looking at a team that's been knocking on the door and keeps running into the Chiefs or keeps running into just a better situational team, that's a team I would look like if not now, when would be the Bills.
Yeah, and I guess the reason I agree with that as well, and I will re-expand. Joe, how would you kind of? No, I mean I'm serious. Like, how would you kind of rephrase this question? Because I'm curious where your mind is at with it. I'm not being sarcastic. Like, if you so how would you phrase the question?
I just didn't know if you were asking like whose window is closing. Like I didn't know what you meant by your question. Now, if you said whose window is closing, my answer might be different.
Well, whose window is closing? Fine, we'll go. Well, let's say whose window. All right, we'll say who you think which one team has the most. This is it. This is their best chance, like 100%. Whether it's I don't want to put teams' heads in ears, but Bills
shot, like they're never going to be better than currently constituted. It's the 49ers.
Yeah, I agree.
49ers have number ones all over their team, top 5 paid in multiple positions, and the way the bank is set up, the way the cap is set up, they're not going to be able to afford this moving forward. It's not sustainable moving forward, and the reason why they did this while Purdy's on that $700,000 or $800,000 contract is to maximize the opportunity of this specific window. And like I said on our previous show, that bill's coming due. That quarterback bill is coming due. So they no longer have the luxury of having a cheap quarterback that they could just surround a whole bunch of talent and throw in a whole bunch of money at. So that's a team whose window is closing. If they don't win it now, hard times are coming as far as cuts before next year.
And that is exactly why teams like the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Packers have signed their players, and I guess to an extent the Lions. They're like the anti-Cowboys. The anti-Cowboys where they've signed everyone now. Let's get it done now. Now the Niners did that, but they got in the case of a holdout with 2 of them now. That'd be Bosa, that'd be Brandon. And I call him Brandon because, we're on. Me and him talk to each other. I say, hey, yo, what up? Where's Pittsburgh at? So, but that's 2 big pieces. Oh, so I'm with you on that. Jordan, before I even go with mine, I will, although can't go wrong with that answer. Do you have one specifically, or is it the same one?
Oh no, I'm gonna go with the 3, but I'm mostly gonna talk about the number 1. Niners, Bills, and looking at their cast situation, Cleveland. But San Francisco's number 1. San Francisco, their window's literally closing right now. You're literally in contract. Your left star tackle is literally going for a holdout because of the guarantee money. Even though he has 3 years left, how much is that guarantee? How much is it's a messy situation. You have the Brandon Ayuk situation, which I don't think it has to be resolved either this week or next week because you can't have that going into the season. You can't. All that drama into going into a season, it's gonna be chaos for that locker room. That and also Purdy's contract. Also, you're $38 million over the cap next year. You don't figure out something that bill's gonna come up next year. You have $38 million over the cap. You have to continuously restructure everyone's contract and pray. Hey, this is the year, and like, no, this is the year. This is the year they need to win it all. If not, 2 years after, Hurry's contract talks, baby, and it ain't gonna, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a legit, it's gonna be a roller coaster to hell for San Francisco. Like, it's not gonna be fun at all, baby. But yeah, it's
All right.
the Niners, Buffalo, and Cleveland.
I agree. And by the way, thanks, cuz. That's right, what he said. I'm going to leave that up for a little bit. All right. I'm going to go with a sleeper one. I'm not talking about the Panthers because that's – that's the window is going to be open because it can't go much more. It can't get more closed. I mean, or however you look at it.
On Madden, their window is wide open. I got them.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't have windows.
E-Rock, your window is open, but you wanted to scream.
No. They don't have windows. We have the wind blowing through a house. That's what it is. There's no window.
No. You open the window. It's a tornado.
Oh, ouch. That was just uncalled for. That was savage. Even Joe said that was savage, and that's saying something, bro. Damn. All right. Unnecessary. All right. Well, that's okay. I'll leave your Giants away because your Giants have to get to the run.
We have a blizzard and a tsunami coming, Jersey. So yay.
Something like that. All right. Here's what I would do. Here's this thing. All right. No one said the Jets, which I thought was intriguing. I think once the Jets, if they jettison this, or if they fuck up this year, they're jettisoning. All right, someone help me out. Joe.
Jettison.
They're going to jettison. I'll just say they're going to jettison all non-personnel. In this case, it will be
get rid of
coach,
GM. Get rid of people.
I'm going to say they're going to get rid of
they're throwing everyone out of the plane.
It'll just be their defense. They might put defensive players as their offensive players too, just because like Sauce Gardner will play running back. Quentin Williams will play tight end. I don't know. They'll figure something out. But here's the one that's sneaky. Sneaky. It's Atlanta. Now, bear with me. This is the reason I say that. Because Atlanta has put a lot of money into their offense, and they're trying to do it in their defense now, but they're doing it at try quote discount rates, even though they haven't quite gotten there yet. But Kirk Cousins is sucking up a lot of their money, and they didn't just sign him to 1 year. And that's still sucking a lot of freaking capital. And guess what? They still have yet to pay Drake London when his contract comes up. They still have yet to pay Kyle Pitts when his contract comes up. Yeah, right now they're below the cap. But in a couple of years, you don't think that's going to go up? Like, a lot? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I think the Falcons are a sneaky pick for that. Not as bad as the other teams. It goes Niners, Jets. Actually, I'd say this: Jets, Niners, Bills. And who else said? One of y'all said another one that was interesting.
I said Cleveland because Deshaun Watson's contract is seeing a lot of that space up, and they're doing shit without him. They're doing shit without him now. And they already got Nick Chubb signed, even though he's hurt. It's the contract. It's going to eat up a lot of that. It's going to eat a lot of their space up, and like
the Bengals are another. Bengals are another because they have to pay T. Higgins after this year. They still have to pay Jamar Chase.
Oh, Higgins is gone after next year.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's gone.
Higgins is gone after next year.
He is.
Yep.
I'm all kidding aside. I can see him being a Panther because he's from the area.
Ownership barely wants to pay one receiver $30-something million. They're not going to pay two.
Who are you talking about?
Iraq.
Ownership.
Talking about the Panthers? Oh well, depends. I don't know.
I said Bengals actually.
Oh yeah.
The Bengals. That's what I thought he said. That's what I thought he said. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know.
Bengals. They're probably going to save all that money for Jamar Chase and He's
They
stuck
ain't
with
even signing Chase.
with Burrow and Chase. That's it. Like,
Well, then Chase is already. Chase said he'll play. He said he's playing, or excuse me, actually that's not true. Coach Taylor, Zach Taylor said he's playing week 1. That's what Jamar told me. He said he's participating in practice. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't know why they can't get a deal with Jamar Chase done. You make a choice on which one you want, and I don't think it's even. No offense to T. Higgins, it's not even a comparison. I mean, that team is. I think the Bengals are super overrated. I mean, they still have a great quarterback and a great receiver if he's on the field. Their defense is woeful. Their offensive line hasn't been totally. I don't know. I think the Steelers are still a step above, even without a quarterback specifically, than the Bengals. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's move past that one. That was good conversation on that, guys. Here's another one I saw today. And it was very. Did you see that ESPN? One of those rare things where I'll actually promote ESPN's writers because I respect the writers, not the company itself, but the writers. They came out and Courtney Cronin and a couple other people. So I just don't want to butcher their names, so I won't do it. But they individually went out and talked to individual, like one by one NFL players, randomized NFL players. I mean, they don't say the sample size, the control, or the variables, but what they said. But they went on to the number 1 most overrated quarterback rated was Josh Allen, not by a tremendous amount, but he was the number 1 and the reason why is his turnovers. Okay, the next one after him was let's see here. I think it was a tie. It was between Jalen Hurts and Tua. And then the best player, we already know who it is. I think it's in terms of, yeah. And then I think what was underrated, Tua and Jalen Hurts also made the underrated net. But Josh Allen then I had to listen to freaking Mike Greenberg. And I respect him as a journalist, writer, or previous writer, now a digital media
pundit.
Kind of face of the TV.
Yeah, he's a pundit basically.
Yeah, there you go. All right, but he's a personality more than anything at this point. But he still has done his shit. He's put his time in, so I respect him as a journalist. But he loves riding Josh Allen's. You know what? And even though, by the way, point a picture out to me anytime you see Josh Allen when the camera's at his face staring at it. He's not cross-eyed. Mm-hmm. It's a random thing, by the way. Just from now on, you will never not be able to see it now. Just random. No offense to him. It's just he always looks like this. Like, all right. So let me know right now. Do you agree? And who do you think is the most overrated quarterback? And if you don't want to do quarterback, most overrated player in the National Football League. Whoever I didn't start with this past time, I can't actually remember. I apologize. I think it was. I'll start with Jordan. I think I started with Joe's past time.
Most overrated quarterback.
Or you can do most overrated player or both. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, receiver is easy. Step on Diggs. He did not do. He's not that impact player that Buffalo wanted. But like, if you want to go with quarterback, it's a mix between Allen and. Allen too.
So you agree with the league?
I just don't like. I just need to see more for Tua in December. Like, I just hope because he's a good quarterback. It's just that like every time December hits, something goes wrong. I'm just like, come on, Tua, you're better than this, man. Yeah, and it's not overrated. Like, oh my goodness, I'm like, no, he can do better. He's good, but he needs to be better. Do better, Tua.
It's called what? Do better.
Do better in December. Do better in December, man.
Do better.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
I like.
Boy, yeah. No, we know what it is.
But I want my actual opinion. Josh Allen. He has a great record on, but like, especially last season, those turnovers really killed him. 2 interceptions in week 1. In that Monday night game, that was brutal. Those cost you the game, man. Come on.
All right, Joseph. Same question.
Trevor Lawrence.
Thank God someone said it. Okay. Hey,
Oh no! Oh no!
Spoiler alert.
Fumbles and turnovers. That's basically Trevor's problem.
For me, it's not so much that. I mean, that's part of it. But for where he was drafted, what the hoopla was before he got there because of what he did in college football. You can argue that Urban kind of cucked him the whole first season.
First season was a wash.
But I feel like he's been under Peterson long enough to, be further along than I feel like he is right now. So, yeah, if I had to pick one, that one, I think that one is one of the question marks. Like when you see all the quarterbacks that got paid, and you see where he's at, I think that's one of the ones that you say, like, oh, okay, that's the benchmark. That's one where quarterbacks are looking like it's like I can't make less than this guy. There's no way I make less than this guy.
Yeah, pretty
that
much...
contract was hilarious. Like, I know why Jacksonville did it, but like after last season with the injuries and the underachieving, it's probably the hair. I still think it's the hair, man. It's the blonde flowing hair that got him the contract.
It's the Waffle House.
Waffle House, baby.
I call it sunshine.
Let me stop because I actually like Waffle House.
I don't know. You want good.
Listen, Waffle House open during hurricanes.
Do you have? Oh, that's a good one too. I didn't realize. Okay, that's a double entendre. All right, Joe. Anyone for a non-quarterback, just out of curiosity. This if you want to. You don't have to.
Underrated?
No, Joe said Joe. Anyone for a non-quarterback if you want to. If you're not, it's okay too.
Nothing stands out to me. So I'll circle back to that.
Fair enough. That's a fair point. Okay, I got you. No pressure. It's all good. All right. I'm so glad someone actually two of those are mine. This is no particular order, by the way. Those two and the one I'm about to say are in my top three. I don't have a particular order. Mine for quarterback is Justin Herbert. He's had one really good rookie season. He's had flashes of, yes, his coaching situation, but sometimes you just got to, I don't know.
He's throwing screen. His game plan, the game plan that he got was throwing screens to Austin Eckler and curl routes.
I mean, he's just.
Kellen Moore should be in prison.
See, that was only 1 year. And that either way, like, I can't rate him there. And he until he's actually. They had him in the underrated list. I'm like, underrated my ass.
No, the younger Lombardi should literally be in the freaking the hag at some point what he did to Justin Herbert. That's
my quarterback. So that's but I agree with the other two that y'all said. From a player, I do want to list player randomly because it's a lot, and I want to stick with. I'd say Tyron Smith just to fuck with Jets fans or Garrett Wilson, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. What I will do is, however, I'm going to absolutely go off cuff here. Damn. Which one of these do I want to go with? All right. I'm going to go with both of the Bosa boys. I'm going to combine them into one. Mainly Joey Bosa, but I'll go with both Bosas just because they get paid a crap ton of money. And
Joey Bosa is overrated.
Joey Bosa, especially,
he earned the contract, but
so did Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is still good. I mean, if there's a choice between two of them, I'm picking Nick Bosa.
I'm picking Joey.
On the Chargers?
Yeah, Joey Bosa, like he's just
Picking him?
he's just overrated
Wow.
to me, man. Like
I think they're
like it's
both.
solid work, but like after the contract, it's just been like he's never been that impact player. And Khalil Mack has been more the impact player in that defense the last couple of seasons, to me at least.
Khalil Mack. Yeah, Jacobs is on the Chargers with Khalil Mack. Nick West is on the Niners.
Yeah. Yeah. But don't ask them where they were January 6th. Don't, especially Nick.
I'm not touching that with a 50-foot pole. So I don't even know where to go with that. But I'd have to say that I have a few other ones I have in my head, but that's the main one that sticks out to me. And I even say because there's other players as well that just I can't think of a running back off the top of my head that would go. It's actually, I don't know. It's been running backs have pretty much just been put underrated. I'd say Isaiah Pacheco. I think that's underrated. But
We're at running backs now?
Well, then I said all players in general. But that's just a different story. I mean, that's whatever it to do. But just in general, someone being Zach Taylor. Oh, news story today. Zach Taylor says he expects Jamar Chase. Until I hear from Jamar Chase, then I'll actually believe it. So we'll see about that. And apparently, Hassan Reddick is no closer to signing with the Jets than he was the day that he had press conference.
Again, why did they make that trade? Again, they were smoking something. They were just smoking something. Joe Douglas was smoking. He was like, we'll bring my boy Hassan. And Rob was like, we're gonna give him a new deal, right? And Joe was like, don't worry, bro, don't worry. And then they got him, and then Joe was like, wait, we're gonna get the deal, right? And Hassan was like, give me a deal, man. And he was like, oh. And Rob looked at Joe and like, dude.
It's pretty. What's the other one here too? Other news today. Yeah, no, Hassan Reddick is. Someone tells me Hassan Reddick he's just gonna be. His feet are gonna be. They're dug in. They're dug in. He's just gonna say screw it. I'm gonna go Le'Veon Bell style on this, and that's gonna become a.
Just don't make a rap career, man. Just go to Japan, have a good time.
Hey, I mean, that's not where I'd go, but that's where he wants to go. Good for him, bro. Good for him. Shoot. Hassan Reddick. Bailey Zappi got released. I mean, hey.
Zap attack.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Brainstem could have called that.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much right. Even with eyeballs and minds.
He should be on a roster though. I just I didn't think he would be there.
Panthers, baby. Panthers back up.
No, we already have our back. You know where he's going to be? The Saints. The Saints are Oakland. One of the two. Oh, speaking of which, here it is. Hassan Reddick continues to hold out after. I love that. It's so funny. They say we want to see him in the building before we give him a new contract. And he said, I ain't going in the building until I get a new contract. So if there's a definition of a Mexican standoff, I don't know what that. I don't think there's any more better.
Bam, bam, bam.
That was terrible. No, like I said, I got my dry mouth in. Wah, wah, wah. That's good. What was that? Which one was that? Dirty? No, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Let's do it. No, that's Hassan Reddick's below me, bro. I got endorsements. I'm going to go. Hey, at least the Giants don't have to worry about any holdouts, bro. That's good news. No drama.
Yeah, our problem is just having players on the roster that shouldn't be on the roster, not people that we're paying to be on there and them not showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. I love how they're showing. Are these
the front office is full of chaos. I don't want my roster to be full of chaos too. I don't want like if I see a holdout, I'm like, just trade him, cut him, man. Come on.
You know what? Y'all
Let
bet
him
your sweet
be
ass.
free.
Y'all bet your sweet ass. By the way, if Son Reddick was available for trade, the Giants would pay him. I guarantee that.
What the
One thing that I did see, which is very interesting, for our squad, Jordan, they got rid of Robinson and Hodgins. Like I figured one of them,
Yeah.
I figured one of them would land as kind of like your possession receiver, but they're going full youth movement there. They're going Hyatt. They're going Hyatt, Slayton,
Robinson,
Wanda
baby.
Robinson.
I was legitimately shocked that they got rid of Hodgins.
They're really just special teams guys. That fourth and fifth guy.
I don't think you have anything to lose unless you're Brian Daboll because at that point,
like even though it's a watch season, like I was kind of shocked that they got rid of Hodgins. Like at least he's a decent potential receiver. Like he's good.
He's good. Forgot about McKenzie.
You know who the Giants are going to get at receiver? The same guy that they traded to the Chiefs, who just got waived today. I'm looking at him on the screen.
E-Rock, don't even put that name on my team.
No way he's going back there.
All
that shit he talked on the way out. Ain't no way.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't.
And he's untouchable anyway. No,
No. He's coming in the building. It's just that he might, his team have a shotgun.
Oh my gosh! You know who might want him? You know who might take him? Take a flyer on him?
The Patriots. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, they lost out on Ayuk, and they could use a player there.
Yes, please, yes. Get Tony back, please.
I don't know, man. I can still see. By the way, let's not forget. I think the Texans are going to try and shop around tank depth too, because they have such a stacked roster at receiver that they're going to try and look for some. They're going to look for some.
Give those brick hands to the pack.
Yeah, but none of those other guys are making the wide receiver money except for Diggs, and it's a 1-year incentive laden contract. So, like, they may not even have Diggs next year. That's the reason why they constructed the contract the way they did. Was to give him the opportunity to just leave in the offseason if he wanted. So, yeah, I think there's a good chance Diggs at least explores free agency next year. I don't think it's a lock that he gets extended here.
Question is, what does he want more? He's already made the dough, but does he want to win a championship? And if he does, I could see him being on the Chiefs because the Chiefs can afford him.
The Chiefs, they just dipped in the well again. They just dipped in the old well again and brought back Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Get the TikTok
by the way,
baby.
Who said that? Who said that? By the way, called that, baby. I said it's either going to be them, or it was either going to be them or the Steelers. I could see neither one. What is this? Brian Daboll says.
Tony to the Pats. That'll be hilarious. That'll be funny.
I could see. Yeah, I still think he's going to the Giants. I'm calling that. He's going to the Giants.
But
no, he's
like,
going.
We don't know how much you're drinking right now. How much are you drinking right now? Come on, man. How much are you drinking right now?
He's just trying to speak it into existence and drum up the nonsense because he has nothing to worry about his Panthers because we already know where they're going to end up. So he has to say these things to make him feel better about his current situation with his current team. See, at least we're not delusional. We know our team's going to suck. We know our team's not going anywhere. We know our team's going to be 3-14, and hopefully we can get a quarterback next year. We're under no delusions that this team's going to be any way, shape, or form relevant.
I think it's delusional to say that a New York fan base is not delusional. That's what I think. But that being aside, Jordan, I'm not speaking into existence. I truly believe that actually is a possibility. I could randomly see that kind of symmetry happening. I'm serious. I do.
That's how I believe Desmond Moore was someone being with the Panthers. I believe it's gonna happen, but it ain't gonna happen.
Hey, other than me, did anyone else talk about Juju going back to the Chiefs? I mean, I said, yeah, exactly.
It's more like he'll more like be like a 3 or 4.
Look,
It might be
It's
there
a
until like Rice comes back.
low risk, high
course.
reward situation. He knows the
what do you think
system.
Tony is? What do you think Tony is? Same thing.
What? No,
He's medium risk. He's medium risk.
He wasn't
Yeah,
even
Juju-
he wasn't even on their team. He wasn't in Joe Shane's team. He wasn't in Brian Dayball's team. He was shipped to KC, but long before that even happens.
I know. I'm just saying. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it happen. I'm just saying. I could see it happen.
I mean, it's your opinion.
Or-
I'm not trying to shit on you.
No,
Yeah.
or Dallas just tries to Dallas tries to do like a, hey,
Oh,
guess
God.
what? We got another receiver, and they get Kadarius Tony.
Break hand in Dallas. Beautiful.
Hey, who knows, man? Who knows these days? Anything could happen. What we got here? The Rams trade for Ernest Jones. Yeah, I didn't mean. You know who the Giants should have as a backup? Sam Howell, baby.
He's with Seattle.
No, I'm good.
I know, but they should go for
Good
him.
luck.
Go get him.
No,
Go get him.
no,
Go
I
get
don't
him.
want. I don't want that wannabe gunslinger on my team. No.
Whoa,
You
you're
see-
one.
you
You're a wannabe gunslinger. Get out of here. He's a North Carolina boy.
I- Yeah. And
And he's had such glowing things to say about May over here.
Who? Oh, him?
Yeah, no, you.
I have had such glowing things to say about Meg.
Yeah, not really.
yeah.
Who, me? I have
Yeah,
said.
you.
I said, yeah, I've done nothing but compliment Drake. What? I said he's going to be the best quarterback. He's going to have the best career of quarterback drafted this past draft. I've
Yeah,
been saying that.
Probably
Check your
said that
receipts,
when
bro. Check your
with Mitch
receipts.
Trubisky, baby.
I did not say that with
That
Mr.
must be
Trubisky.
one of the shows
I
I
did
missed.
not.
man.
There's like 50 of them. There's 50 of them. I said it to Gabe. I've said it with all of us on there with Gabe and everything. I'm like, I said he may not have the best rookie season, but he's gonna have the best career out of any of the quarterbacks. I said Jaden Daniels is gonna have the best year, and May's gonna have
That's
the
true.
best career.
Still, Sam Howell.
Hey, yeah, say there you go.
Really-
See receipts.
Trusting
Receipts.
Sam Howell. You see.
I don't trust
Like,
Sam Howell. I said for a backup quarterback. I said a backup quarterback.
Ah,
I didn't say.
Okay.
I said a
at
backup.
least at the backup.
There you go.
At least at the backup, yes.
That's what I said from the beginning. Damn, there we go.
We have a backup already. Like,
Isn't he hurt? Isn't he hurt? Drew Lock, right?
Yep.
So where's the beef? Where's the beef here? I'm just suggesting something that might help y'all. I'm not even trying to cause controversy.
that doesn't help
Suggesting
us.
It doesn't help
don't think-
anyone.
Well, doesn't
The only thing that helps is our liquor. It's literally like trying to kill us drinking. If I see Sam Howell trade to the Giants, I'm gonna be like, yep, well, I'm going outside, gonna get a huge bottle of Jack Daniels and drink it, baby.
If they were to sign him, fine. But trade, I will lose my mind because there's no way we're giving up assets for his asset.
even just for a 6th-round pick, huh?
No.
No,
I wouldn't trade for Sam Howell for a bag of chips and a Coke. Get out of
I don't
here.
know.
too much, man.
I guess wait, all
I'll
right.
trade-
What is?
I wouldn't trade
what
with
if-
a new cigarette.
I wouldn't buy a $5 footlong and trade him over for Sam Howell.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd have to pay me to get a $5 football. Hey, how about this one? Hypothetical, because this isn't going to happen. It's like for some reason Russell Wilson got waived because he didn't cost anything, and they decided to go with Justin Fields. If Russell Wilson was available, would that be something you would actually be like, oh, okay, why not?
No.
Russell Wilson. No,
Absolutely not.
really?
Last thing I want is hope. The last thing I want is hope. Let's go 3-14.
No, there's a
Let's
New
not
York fan.
hire a retread, and let's just start from the beginning. Let us start fresh.
There's a New York fan. If I've ever heard one, that is the epitome of
Russell
New York.
Wilson will give us 6-11.
I don't know.
I don't need
He
6-11 or
compromises
5-12.
our ability to get a young quarterback. Okay, we tried that. We did that. We got Kurt Warner, and then we drafted Eli Manning, and we never should have put Warner in there. Never
Well,
should have put Warner in there.
Well, yeah, but I saw where they were coming from. He was coming off of a good spot from Arizona. I mean, it was. I got it because they
No,
didn't
he
want
went
to put.
to Arizona after that.
Oh, that's right, he did. Oh, yeah, he
He
did.
was cooked. This is when Mark Bulger took his job.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I love Mark.
He was done.
no, you're right. No,
Now
then he wasn't.
okay, let me not crap on him too much, right? He went 5-4. He went 5-4. But again, the last thing I wanted was Hope at that time. I was like, listen, you just drafted a Manning. He's supposed to be the guy. Just throw him in there. He has the bloodline. Like, just throw him out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
He's gonna throw an interception, but guess what? He's smart.
Oh my God! I just had a great idea, guys. We're forgetting one real crucial thing in this whole scenario that we're not even talking about. There's another Manning in college. Brother, what?
Arch Manning, baby.
You know what?
He's got 2 more
I'm on
years.
the Russell Wilson train now. I'm back on board on the Russell Wilson trade because I need to get the 2025 when it's reasonable to expect that Archie Manning will be a reasonable quarterback in the league. So go ahead. If Russ is available, let's go and grab him. And
Vindicated.
he will bide us time so that we can get Archie Manning down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Vindicated,
No,
by the way.
because you did nothing to sway me on that. I did that to myself.
Yeah, but I suggested the name.
You can convince yourself
this
whatever
11,
makes you
baby.
happy.
Let's go.
I did the homework here to get me to this point. You had
so
no
excited
influence
to
on
get
that
over.
decision
Yeah, man.
whatsoever.
I didn't have influence on it.
You are the equivalent of trying to get an A for the group project without having really done anything towards the project.
No, man. I suggested the name. You're like, no, man. What it is? You're the Thomas Edison, and I'm the Tesla over here. I'm the Tesla, and you're the little
filament wire inside the light bulb. Is what you are.
No, I'm
You're taking credit for the light turning on when a whole bunch of other stuff happened outside of that.
You kind of got to reverse here, bro.
He just literally just listen to me. He's so pick me right now. Listen to my words. I said the words.
He said extra words.
Right
he said extra words. I said the original hypothesis, which he would have never.
Talking about me right now. I'm saying this is you saying I said the words.
I did.
I said the words.
I said Russell Wilson.
Pick me.
I said Russell Wilson. I said
me. Was this you when we were playing pickup basketball? I'm right here. As other people are getting
you've been like one of the You've been like one of the scientists back in the day, like just like totally sued someone and gotten their work after they didn't do anything. I'm the one who put the name. I'm the one who put that
nothing
name
about me because I hate science.
You wouldn't.
I would not be in that list.
Yo, you wouldn't even thought of that name, Russell Wilson.
That, and I'm comfortable with that.
You wouldn't have thought of Russell Wilson as a name if I hadn't have even said it, and then you went and did more research on it. So I'm just saying, there you go. So technically, I did bring it up first, actually.
Yeah, same guy who thinks that the Panthers are gonna have a better record than the Jets. This is the same guy. Same bright idea came from that mind.
Okay, you guys are gonna laugh when that's actually true. Can't wait for that to happen.
We're gonna laugh either way. E-Rock, we're gonna laugh either way, man.
At first, it was actually like a joke when I did it, just to piss off Josh. But now it's become more of like I actually could see it happening because I think the Jets are an absolute internal combustion away from just like they are going to collapse on themselves like a neutron star, dude. It's going to be like
nice things.
Didn't implode. What?
No, I just said
they're going to collapse on themselves.
Like, just how much bad luck can you accumulate in a lifetime? Like, they're a whole Jets fan experience from the 60s.
Oh, sorry about that.
In the 60s, who have never experienced an actual coherent Jets experience. Like, they've never seen it.
2 AFC championship games, They lost both of them back to back, baby. My brother's still pissed to this day.
Oh, Marky Sanchez, Marky Mark.
Oh no, he still hates the Steelers to this day.
His whole butt fumble self.
No. The year after that AFC Championship game, Sanchez literally fell apart in that second half.
What really happened there? Why wasn't he good? What?
Rex Ryan's offensive game planning was there.
Why wasn't he good?
Like he only had 2 good seasons. That's it.
Is it the whole defensive coach thing? Like, can we need to do some side research on that? Do quarterbacks that get drafted into defensive coaches teams, do they have, is it like a detriment to them? Like, we need to find the research on this.
No.
I'm curious. I'm legitimately curious.
No, here's the difference. There are defensive coordinators. D'Amico Ryans being one of them right now.
Because he hires competent people.
No, that's what you just made my point. Rex Ryan, if you always heard his fake whitening teeth and his spray tan face. Rex Ryan, Rexy, sexy Rexy, always wanted to say, he's like, just go back to running the football. I'm like, dude, get out of your time capsule from 1980, okay? Or from 1993.
People were still rock at that.
No. Not power running game. Then you just start to do them like you're saying them as this is why the Jets sucked when they got later. You had a great defense was because you were a great coordinator. When you got to there, you didn't allow your offense to have any creativity whatsoever. They had no creativity. And that's why. Instead, all you need is a manageable quarterback. You don't need a manageable quarterback in today's football.
Brian Schottenheimer. I think it was like Schottenheimer.
I remember that name.
You talking about Marty Schottenheimer or Brian Schottenheimer?
Brian.
I remember that name.
He was the coordinator for 2009, 2010.
That was a
Lord. Great time. All right, guys. That's hilarious. Sexy Rexy and his blinding white teeth.
and his love for the football, baby. Inside and outside the game.
He loves football. There we go. That is his thing. Hey, we have our own things. But good old sexy Rexy. That's why. But there's not much research required. He's like, who's leading a rush? He only had during his time. Actually, I'm pretty sure the Jets in general. Yeah, in the Jets' history, they've only had a running back that has rushed for. I can't remember the exact stat, but one of their best ones. Remember this name, Thomas Jones? Way back. There's a call. He came from the Bears. God, what a callback, right? Because it was him and Merriam.
Oh no, Barber. Joe, remember this? The Denver Broncos traded Tim Tebow and a 2012 7th-round pick to the Jets for a 4th and 6th round pick.
That would be Mike Tanner.
March 2012, baby. They literally thought he would be the one. Oh God! I remember the New York Post. They were literally having like the Statue of Liberty doing a kneel because they were so enamored by Tebow mania. I'm like, what are you doing?
That was Mike Tannenbaum, who is on ESPN to this day.
Yeah.
What? No, and he still brags about the Brett Favre trade to this day, like it was such a blockbuster. I'm like, dude, Brett Favre. I love that dude so much. He had one half of a good season, then he got hurt. Then he had sexual harassment charges with the masseuse.
No. He put the pick
PR. He had the PR thing, and then he also just started fizzling until he got to 1 year in Minnesota. I was like, but Mike Tannenbaum still thinks it's the best thing since the Aaron Rodgers trade. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. No.
Mike, there's a reason why you got canned, brother.
Yep.
And he literally even said that, like, that was kind of my mistake during like an interview with Charles Davis and Ari Minova, because you want to know why? I literally asked that question about like trying to get quarterback that was good back in the day, like, and no, Tony Soprano Soprano was the offensive
Crazy.
coordinator for the Jets back in 2012.
I don't think his
I'm
name
like,
is Tony. I don't think his name is Tony Soprano, but we'll roll with it. That is both. They are both in New
It's not
Jersey.
Soprano. It's just that.
Oh, the old Dolphins coach. I know
Oh
what he's
my
talking about now.
God.
Yeah.
The bald guy with the. Oh, wait, it wasn't Steve
Yeah.
Spagnuolo. Oh, it was the guy later. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't
Was
know,
he?
guys.
I do remember one story with one of the Jets coaches literally tricked the Dolphins player. I'm like, what? Why? Why?
All right, guys. Closing remarks, and then we're gonna close this. So we're gonna put a bow on this baby. Wrap it up like prom night. So, good old Mike Tannenbaum and Rex Ryan, the most conservative, defensive-minded people ever. Okay, Jets just can't have nice things. Okay, so Jordan, closing remarks in your column part, please.
All right, you can find my writing on Total Apex Sport, Total Apex Fantasy, all that good stuff. You can catch me at ScOutCast, me of Mr. E-Rock. And you can catch me at Curious Sports Pulse with Senor Gabriel. And you can catch my social media, JaceRound6898, at Twitter and Instagram, JaceRound790 TikTok. And yeah, college football Thursday. It's gonna be back on. We're gonna stream that. We're gonna stream that E-Rock. Hopefully we'll stream it. But we're probably gonna get some drinks in us, but still, it's gonna be a fun Thursday night. Saturday night, college football is fully back. Week 1, NFL football next Thursday. Ravens and Chiefs next Friday. Packers and Eagles. And the Sunday slate of football games, baby. Two more Sundays. It's football's back, guys. Football's back, and hopefully it won't end like Brett Favre's tenure with the Jets, with inappropriate pictures being sent out.
Okay. All right.
Well, he's right.
Also,
But he is right then.
North Carolina and
So
Minnesota. Let's go.
Joe, top that if you can.
Nah, I don't. I just at my level tired right now. I just cannot.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Um,
I'm with
yeah, any of my musings, entertainment or sports wise, or just in general, sometimes I just be musing, bruh. You can catch me at Java Juice Sports on the X. A link to my writing portfolio is on there as well. Looking forward to this football season. Looking forward to caring about sports on a daily basis again, to the point that I'm just going to immerse myself into the football season coming up. Quick note: West Virginia, Penn State. It's going to be a banger. Let's look for that this weekend. But shout out to the Royals. They're about to be in a virtual tie for the AL Central by virtue of their tonight with the Guardians. So let's go Royals. We're back. We're back.
I mean, not the same team, but yeah, KC.
Let's go. Royals have been making a strong case since April. They have been a strong team. Like literally, even though they lost that series, they look good. Their pitching looked good against the Mets back in Citi Field back in April.
Well, since my computer is about to get flat, I will go ahead and say thank you to Joe, Joseph, and Jordan, Java Joe Sports, and JC Ramos 6898. I appreciate it. Gabe over at Curious Sports Pulse CSP. Thank you as well for all the support we give back and forth to each other. Excuse me. And to ScOutCast Media Hub at LivingGood09 is where you can find my work, my musings, as you will, my digital media musings, and also our previous shows from back in the Dizzy. And I don't care how lame that sounded, over on Total Apex Sports. I appreciate it, Dusty. And let's just go ahead, and I guess my only closing remarks are, I am going to stream the game, Jordan. Yes, I'm going to stream the game, but I have another fantasy draft that starts at 8, whereas the game starts at 7. So 1 hour into the game, I will be I will be multitasking. But if Joe can do it, I will try my best to do the same thing. I know I can. I can draft literally in my sleep, which I have actually done before. I was literally sleep drafting. I don't know if that actually is true. No one told me till the next
No,
day.
no, you were right there. Oh god, I'm right.
Yeah, and then I went undefeated. And then I went undefeated and just won the whole. No, I don't. That didn't happen. But still, I probably could. I could draft it pretty much. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, if y'all couldn't figure, if the world couldn't figure out that was bullshit, then that's not on me. That would mean I'm seriously way too into my work. Like, I'm like a Rain Man. Oh no, I can be half asleep in draft, but I'll also be listening to Jordan be a cynical fuck and do it at the same time. He's gonna be a hater.
I won't be cynical. I'll be laughing. I'll be litty.
You guys know if the Panthers do get a better record than the Jets, the only other closing remark I'll say is the Panthers do have a better record than the Jets this year. Y'all will never hear the end of it. I just cannot wait.
Honestly, that's actually more. That would actually be a more important thing to really remember, because now we would have to find the nearest bunker. Because if that were to happen, it's clearly a sign of the apocalypse. So that I'd be more concerned about the impending apocalypse than the feat that they achieved.
Take me with. Don't worry, Joe. I'll find my bunker. Don't worry, I'll find my bunker. It's that, or my brother's gonna legit cry himself.
You're in great shape. You're up there in the north where they actually have basements. You're chilling. I'm in sea level.
Yeah, I'm at the same way. He's at a work. It goes from worse.
Guys, get those surfboards and surf up.
What are you talking about, Joe? Haven't you ever seen The Day After Tomorrow? The North gets pummeled too. Hey, I've got my.
They have a place to hide.
I got my space capsule. I'm just gonna go up in the air. I'm going up into outer space and just kicking it.
Get that.
I'm gonna go do my
space
thing,
capsule, baby.
Turn my urine into water. Turn my urine into drinking water. It's gonna be great. Turn it into jail wine. Turn it into hooch. And I'll have my freeze dried food. All right, and Funyuns if they can and Twinkies if they survive. By the way, it won't matter because I would have called it, and if I'm right, that means all's right with the world again. That's what it means, y'all. It means that means that everything's right with the world if I'm correct. Besides, the Jets. Also, if the Jets going to be jetting, then guess what? All's right with the world again. The planets will go back to their orbits the way they usually do.
Yeah. So is Cocaine Bear.
I don't know if I feel comfortable in a world where the Jets actually can have nice things, because that scares me more than the Panthers having a better record. All right. So on that note, Living at 09, Java Joe Sports, JC Ramos, 6898. We are going to see y'all later. Thank y'all for your time tonight. I'm going to hop off, and I think I speak for all my colleagues when I can say I'm not even going to do video games tonight. I'm just going to hit it straight to the crib, and I'm going to sleep. So take it easy, y'all. Thanks for staying up late with us at ScOutCast. Peace.